Edmonton's Borden Park, the city's original major park dating back to 1906, named after Prime Minister Sir Robert Borden, was originally called East End Park.
Originally, it was bush in the east end of the city, and it started in 1906. They put in walkways between the trees, and they eventually put in a whole bunch of amenities to make people enjoy their time out there and make the effort to go out. It was a summer midway, and that was not until the 20s. Earlier, there had been a zoo out there, and so then they expanded and they put everything from a tea house, and then they had a wading pool, the Midway, which was put out there in the 20s, and that included a roller coaster, and then they put in a Tunnel of Love. Well, they had paddocks for bison and elk and deer, and then they had a bear pit, which actually included a little shed, so the bear had a place to retreat to. There was a monkey house, and some smaller animal petting zoo type things for the children.
If original trees are still there, they would be near the central bandstand. No one seems to know, but almost certainly 100-year-old trees exist.
The American elms have that huge canopy, and that sort of really gives the park a nice feel because it has that huge canopy and a dappled light. The ash trees usually lose their leaves first, but the elms stay green for quite a bit longer.
City architect Carl Belanger oversaw new upgrades recently. It had been 70 years since change in Borden Park.
Whole bunch of paths. They've planted over 200 trees. We've refurbished the band shell. They've put in a new play park. There's a new formal garden and fountain at the east end of the park. We've also put in the pavilion, which is a new pavilion. It was done through a design competition, and so that's washrooms and a warming facility. And the next phase is actually the pool.
An entirely new outdoor pool will be added in 2016, and there is assorted sculpture throughout.
The balance of the sculptures are actually all going to be rotating out, so they're here for a span of 2 years.
Borden Park, one of the great Alberta city parks, its heyday long ago, in a different time.
They moved the exhibition grounds there in 1910 from Rossdale, and then eventually the exhibition grew and grew and grew and took up more and more of Borden Park, and Borden Park shrank.
And at long last, Edmonton's first major parks revitalization moves towards completion of its master plan. For Go Edmonton, I'm Tim Dancy.